Hello learners, welcome to Video Khazana, your all-time favorite channel Video Khazana. If you have not subscribed it yet, please, first of all, subscribe our channel for more educational videos. Please watch my video till the end, like and share it to your friends if you like it. Okay, today I am going to teach you the topic Life Processes, Chapter 6, Science Bio, Class 10. Before proceeding to the topic, I would like to explain the meaning of living things. Now, question arises, what criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive or not? Yes, living things. Main criteria for deciding of things that they are living or not, that is movement. Movement may be fast or very slow. Like we have observed fast movement in animals and slow movements generally in plants. Now, what characteristics or main features of living things? These are, they can move by themselves. They need food, air and water. They can grow. They can respond. They can respire. And they can excrete. All these characteristics define that they are living things. And one more thing, they can reproduce to existing life in this earth, on this earth. Now, our main topic, life processes. What are life processes? All living things perform some basic functions to maintain their life on earth. These are life processes, or we can say basic functions performed by living organism to maintain their life on the earth. Basic life processes common to all living organisms are nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, control and coordination, growth and movement, reproduction, etc. Nutrition. What is nutrition? Nutrition involves taking of food inside the body, digesting and absorbing by the body. Second, respiration. Respiration is the process which release energy from food absorbed by the body. Later on, in the another video, we will discuss about this respiration process. Next is transportation. That is the process in which absorbed substances in one part of our body move to the different, all we can say all the parts of our body. Third, next one is excretion. In this process, waste material produced in our body are removed from our body. Next is control and coordination. Here this one. This helps the living organism to survive in changing environment around them. Next is growth and movement. This process involves changes from a small organism to the bigger one, means growing from smaller to bigger. Next is reproduction. In this process, an organism produces their young ones for their existence on the earth. Now, energy. All these life processes required energy. All life processes without the energy are not possible to do. So, what is the source of energy? Basically, main source of energy is food. And this energy that we get from food is basically chemical energy. Why it is chemical? Because we get this energy by chemical reactions, through chemical reactions. That is why we call this energy chemical energy that we get from our food. Next topic is life process, that is nutrition. We will discuss the first life process, that is nutrition, that is very much required for any living organism. As we all know, that process of taking in food and utilizing it to provide energy is called nutrition. Taking in and utilizing it for various activities, various metabolic activities happening in our body. As we know, living organisms continuously require energy for their various life processes. Suppose I can give you an example for that. Our heartbeat, that is non-stop working even when we are asleep, to pump our blood throughout the body. That is very much required. Otherwise, we will not survive. So, to get this energy, they eat food, they intake food. Nutrition is the process of intaking nutrition, nutrients, utilization of it, and consuming it by any organism. Here, I have divided the food carbohydrate into two parts, that is simple food and the complex food. Simple food, that is prepared by the organism, that is sugar, and the complex food, that is starch. Sugar is stored in the form of starch, that is complex food. Carbohydrates, basically main source of common food for getting energy, and fats and protein also, they are also food that we receive and digest in our body. Next thing, mode of nutrition. Different organisms have different method of obtaining food. Depending upon the method of obtaining food, we have two modes of nutrition: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, as the name suggests, auto means self, trophic means nutrition. So means self-nutrition. These type of organisms prepare their food by their own. Next is heterotrophic nutrition. We have three types of organisms that are doing heterotrophic nutrition. Depends on the mode of nutrition: saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic. We will discuss about each of them on the next topic. Autotrophic nutrition, or we can say self-nutrition. As I told you, auto means self, trophic means nutrition, self-nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism synthesizes or makes its own food from simple inorganic materials like carbon dioxide, water, and in the presence of sunlight energy, and makes their food organic. Means intaking things are inorganic, and prepared thing means food is organic material. So this process is called photosynthesis, and basically this is happen in plants. Autotrophic nutrition is found in plants, green plants basically. You can see in this picture, plant is getting energy from sunlight. It is getting carbon dioxide from leaves, water from soil, and preparing food for the plant and releasing oxygen. We will discuss it in detail, this topic in photosynthesis in our next video. So autotrophic nutrition, generally green plants and autotrophic bacteria only. These two types of example we have: green plants and autotrophic bacteria. They do autotrophic nutrition, means they are autotrophs. Non-green plants and other bacteria are not autotrophs. Please remember this thing. Next, heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic, hetero means others. Trophy means nutrition from others. These organisms are not capable to synthesize or make their own food. So they are dependent on others. Method of procuring or obtaining food from other organism. Heterotrophic nutrition is that mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot make its own food. Directly or indirectly, these autotrophs, they are dependent on autotrophs, means making they are using the food making by others. Next, heterotrophs are also called consumers. We can say them consumers, and the heterotrophs depends on autotrophs. or other heterotrophs. And the heterotrophic animals or heterotrophic organisms are non-green plants, most bacteria, fungi, and all animals. Now, heterotrophic nutrition has three types: saprophytic, or we can say saprotrophic, parasitic, and holozoic. Now we will discuss each of them. First of all, saprotrophic or saprophytic mode of nutrition. This type of nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from decaying organic matter, means dead plants or animal parts. We can say rotten bread also. So we can say saprotrophic organism draw its nutrition from rotten matter. Like organism having this mode of nutrition are called saprophytic. Why we call them saprophytic? Because fungi and many bacteria and fungus both are included as a kind of plants. So we can say saprophytic, means saprophytic nutrition is found in fungi and many bacteria. So these are plants. So we can say them saprophytic, saprophytes. Okay, so we can say that saprophytes are the plants which feed on dead matter. They break down the complex organic molecules into simpler substances outside their body, and they absorb these simpler substances as their food. Directly they didn't intake it. They break down it first, make it simpler substances, and then absorb it. Next is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition is that nutrition in which an organism derives its food from the body of another living organism. That another organism is called host, and it didn't kill it. Directly it takes its food but without killing the organism. A parasite is an organism, it may be plant or it may be animal, which feeds on another living organism. That is called its host, as I told you. Most of the diseases which affect mankind and domestic animals, various crops are caused by parasites. I just want to tell you few plants like Cuscuta, general name is Amarbel, that is also a parasite. That is a plant parasite basically. And roundworms, plasmodium, as you have heard, plasmodium that is responsible for the malaria, and roundworms which causes diseases in man and domestic animals, and roundworm inside the body of the man and domestic animals, it harms their body. Several fungi and bacteria and plants like Cuscuta, as I told you, Amabel, are also parasites. Except them, ticks, lice, leeches, and tapeworms, they are some example of parasites. Now we will discuss about holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means feeding on solid food, which may be a plant product or which may be an animal product. Most of the animals, like human beings, take the food solid as it is in their body, and this process is called ingestion. And the ingested food is then digested, or we can say broken down into simpler substances, which are then absorbed in the body. And then undigested, or we can say waste material, is not absorbed by the body, that is waste material that are adjusted, or we can say throughout of our body. This is the process of holozoic nutrition. So I have some pictures for your explanation for saprophytic or saprotrophic nutrition. You can see a log on which you can see saprophytic plants. In parasitic nutrition, you can see easily Cuscuta plant, Ascaris as a parasite who harms human body. Intestine, it lives in intestine and harms our body. Hologic nutrition, food is first ingested in our body, then it is digested, and then it is digested, that is not used, or we can say waste material that is not used by our body, that is digested from our body. This type of nutrition is happen in human beings and amoeba also. Okay, thanks for watching my video. If you like it, please share it with your friends. If you have not subscribed it, this channel, please subscribe it. Thanks for watching once more, and wait for my next video, nutrition in plants. Thank you.